Welcome back, everybody. My name is Dan Gazaway, your mental performance coach. Today we're going to talk about mindset. Now, everybody talks about mindset, but your mindset determines your momentum, not just in your sport, but in your life. And our mindset, we want it to be here regardless of what the outcome was in our game, what outcomes are happening in our lives. How do we keep our attitude up to altitude all of the time? Because it's difficult. Life throws us curveballs. We're going to be talking about that today. I love sports. I particularly love the sport of baseball because that's what I've been in for more than 30 years. I've coached pitchers, athletes for the last 23 years, and I played baseball for about 20 years. So I absolutely have learned so much about it. Baseball has taught me how to overcome failure, how to be a leader, how to lead teams, how to live in the present moment, how to focus on one pitch at a time. And that's transitioned in my life. So hopefully, as I tell you this story that I prepared for you that actually happened a couple of years ago, you can relate it to your life. You can relate it to your specific situation. And I hope as I share these stories, that's what you've always done anyway. But I remember a couple of years ago, I actually got laid off from a job that I thought I was going to retire in. I absolutely loved the job. I loved the coworkers that I worked with. I loved to lead the teams. I was working with entrepreneurs that were making $100,000 a month up to $300,000 a month. I thought I was just going to spend the rest of my career there, and I absolutely loved it. But I showed up one day, and I won't forget it. I showed up one day, and they laid me off. It was a shocker. But I'll tell you what baseball taught me. As they were laying me off, explaining my severance package, talking about the non-compete clause, talking about all of these things. We always talk about living in the present moment, but I knew after 10 minutes that I really had no control whether they were going to get rid of me or not. They've already made up their mind. So my mind went elsewhere to who can help me? Who do I know? And what is my next move? Who do I know that's influential that can help me? And where am I going to go next? So they were talking about this severance package, the non-compete clause. All of that just kind of went over my head. I didn't even know how much money the severance package was going to be. I didn't even pay attention to that because I was concerned about the future. I was concerned about where I was going to go next. So as soon as that meeting was done, I got all my stuff and I headed home. But on my way home, I had already connected with 5 influential people and told them I was looking for a job. And that was even before I told my wife and kids that I had lost this excellent job. So my mindset was already on to the next thing. And I'll go ahead and finish the rest of the story, and I'll tell you how baseball taught me those lessons. But at the end of the next day, I had already contacted 70 people, and within 3 weeks I had a better job. And I share that with you, of course not to boast, but of course to tell you that you're in situations in sports all the time where you're going to fail, and you learn from those experiences, and you learn, yes, you need to live in the present moment, but you've got to move on. You can't live in the past, you're living in the present, and you can't look too far into the future. But having these ups and downs in sports, like baseball is a game of failure. How are you going to survive in a game of failure when Hall of Fame hitters fell 7 out of 10 times? You start to learn very quickly, especially when you've been in the game for a very long time. It starts to become part of you. Not failure, of course, but overcoming these obstacles in your life. And that's what I love about sports, how to lead people. So hopefully that story resonates with you. I know a lot of people right now are looking for jobs. Hang in there, and hopefully it can help you in your sport too. You can't win 100% of the time. It's just impossible to do. But learn from those failures because they will help you in the future.